Hello everybody and welcome back to Neptune's Rings. Today we're starting a new game on the channel, Banished. It's actually a older game. I believe it came out a few years back. But I've been seeing a lot of videos on YouTube about a newer game called Ostriv, which I think comes out later this month. And it reminds me a lot of Banished, and it's kind of made me want to play. So here we are. We're going to start up a brand new game. Sorry about that. We will go Wolcottsville. That's a random map seed. We'll do valleys, fair climate, disasters on, starting conditions. Go with medium. Now, for any of y'all who don't know what this game is, it's a small city builder type thing, survival city builder, where you basically have to mine your resources to build up your city and keep your little citizens safe. I gotta remember all the controls. It's been a while since I played. Pause. There it goes. No, pause. What's the hotkey for that? Resume simulation. Pause simulation. Okay, 2 and 3 are for those. So basically, this is our world here. We have our options down here for buildings, settings. You can see the general stats are supply, stockpile, the happiness and the health of the citizens, the weather, what the weather's like, our citizens, what season, what year we're in, stuff like that. We can also open this up and have the map out, which generally I like to play with these two windows open because it gives you a good overview of what's going on in your city, so you can kind of get a quick feel. But there's also our jobs, which is also important. You have to assign your jobs to each of your little citizens for them to do, and it's very min-maxy here. You gotta manage your people correctly, make sure you have enough food and tools and whatnot coming in. Just didn't want to get rid of that. Let's see what this one was. Here's an event log. It's not nearly as important, but it does still come in handy. Your storage limits, how much your people will bring in of each resource type, so you can make sure that they're not overproducing something. Actually, generally for this, you just, where is it? Food. Food, you can never have too much food. Never, ever, ever. So like, just to start off by increasing that. And yeah, from there, we can just go ahead and get started. As you can see, we have a lot of resources around here to kind of mine and take advantage of, and we have this little swath of land here for us to build on. And it is early spring, but we're going to want to get houses and make sure everything's prepped for winter, because that will come around fast and it will be bad if we're not ready. So we're going to start off by getting some wooden houses placed down. Let's see if I can remember how to rotate. And we're just going to kind of make a little town square right here, I think. Around the resource stockpile. We're going to make 3 houses. I don't know how many families we have, but basically a house will hold a family. So we're going to start off by that many. Oops. And to build this, we're going to have a few builders come in. So the builders will specifically build the houses. The laborers will collect resources and transport them. And that being said, we should go and harvest some resources. Let's make sure we have all the stone kind of labeled for collection. I want to clear out these trees here so we can build in this area. As well as make sure there's no stone in this area so we can build. And this iron we'll just collect now, just to get it out of the way. And our laborers will go and handle all of that harvesting. But as you can imagine, we're going to need lots and lots of wood because this is kind of a old-timey um, city builder. The years, it's old. So we're going to need lots and lots of wood. So we're going to build a woodcutter's hut over here. Didn't mean to rotate. Probably going to put it about here. Nice and out of the way. And we're going to build a forester's hut right next to it. Kind of hard to see where it went down. Right about there. Yep. And should be good. We'll go ahead and let time start running and let our people start doing what they need to do. Maybe. Maybe. There it goes. And of course, I want to get rid of this. There we go. Just right click to get rid of it. You can mess with the time speed, which comes in handy a lot. So you can imagine they see at regular speed they're a little slow, so like at times you'll want to speed that up, of course. And of course there's other times where you're going to want to really be careful of what speed you're going at. But we're also going to want to get food sorted out relatively quickly. Now it's early spring, so we could probably start on crops. I don't want to say that because we might not have any seeds. Actually, don't know where we see our seeds, so I don't want to get on that too early. But we can start out over here with a hunting cabin, get some meat sources in, as well as a fishing dock if we can. Perfect, we can get it right there in the little lake. And that'll hopefully get us some food production in, and a decent mix of different foods, because part of your health comes from the diet that you're feeding your people. So if you just have all fruits and vegetables, that's not the best diet for them. They want a bit of a mix. So you want to give them some meat and some vegetables and some fruit and a little bit of herbs, just so they have a good mix, and it'll make them happy as well. And your happier citizens will be more productive, as well as they'll be healthier. Which all of this seems pretty easy now, but once you get a larger settlement going, then it gets harder to manage them all. Let's see, and it looks like we still have 5 people without homes, so we need to put down a few more homes. Anything here? No. We'll have this little road going down right here, which we can actually roads. Let's get a little road going from stockpile down to here and just have it come down this way. Just so they have a little bit of a boost to speed. Of course, you know, in most games, roads, they give your people boost to speed. So they walk a little bit faster, you get their jobs done a little bit quicker. Which is always good in this game. You always want to have your people moving a little bit faster and being a little bit more efficient, because it comes for you quickly. But I was saying, we want to get some more food down. We want to get a gatherer's hut placed. We're going to have it placed over here by our hunting cabin. I don't want to put it right there. Put it right there, because as you imagine, the forester lodge in the woodcutter's hut up here. It's going to remove all these trees, but herbs and spices and everything that you gather at the gatherer's hut, roots, berries, they all grow better in the older forests here that aren't cut down continuously. So you want to keep them away from your forester's hut. As well as the hunting lodge, you want that away from there as well, so the animals will, I think generally they'll roam around just randomly, but I think it helps to have old growth going on without a bunch of people continuously cutting down the trees and everything. And our people are doing a very good job at getting rid of all these resources. We actually might need to get another stockpile going. We gonna remove some of these trees over here. Oh no, we have plenty of stockpile. You can see that's all of our room we have for stockpiles. But I'll probably actually end up getting a little bit more. Those bridges, storage stockpiles, stockpile, market. Just not mean to do that. Actually, can I remove these? No, I cannot. No, I probably could, but it's fine. That'll be fine. That'll be plenty of storage. But we're also gonna want to get down a market soon, because this is where all your people are gonna be able to go to, or not sell, but pick up all the materials that they want, like food, everything. So it'll serve an effective radius, I can't really see it, around the area for people to reach. I'm going to pause that building right now because it's not the most important thing. Let's actually see what they're working on. I'd assume they're out here working on, not the Forester's Lodge, but the woodcutters. No, what are they working on? Ah, they're over here working on the fishing dock. That's fine. That'll be really important for us to get up quickly. Like I said, we're gonna need food soon. We have plenty for now, but it's gonna go really quickly. We actually might get a few more builders going just to increase production. I actually think we want to prioritize this. Where are all our builders? Alright, one is working here. Don't want you there. Okay, good. Okay, 5 of them are working here. I see what it's doing now. Maybe. Actually, I don't know. Interesting. Because see, it says that 0 of 2 people are working on it, but they're obviously working on it, so I don't know what's going on there. Like I said, it's been a little while since I've actually played the game, so. I have to remember how everything works. I can also set the priority, increase that priority there, so they should go and work on that first and foremost. Make sure everyone gets the house is important. Also, you can see our resources are kind of going quickly. Which reminds me, we actually need to get a... Oh wow, kind of I'm one big dome. That's fine. The woodcutter's lodge actually needs to be over here in town. I guess it doesn't need to be, but it should be over here in town. Yeah, because that is where they're going to. Woodcutters. Pretty good. They haven't started construction on that yet. Because the woodcutter is actually where they convert the logs into firewood, which is what obviously they use to keep warm during the winter. So we want that to be over here in town, so that they can move the firelogs back and forth, and they don't have to travel all the way over there to chop wood or to chop firewood. Let's get our road here extended out over here some more. And actually, we should be able to build roads right here, all along the length of this market that we're going to build. All the way around, just so they have a good pace to walk around it. And eventually we'll upgrade all that to stone, but right now we don't have a ton of stone. And we have what's laying around. There was a good amount, but it's not going to last forever, obviously. We're going to need to build a quarry at some point to satisfy our stone needs. As you can see, they're getting that done, so I wonder if they have... No, they don't quite have this done. So that's okay, they're just clearing the area. But as buildings get done, we're going to have to start putting people in them to work them. So our labor builder workforce is going to decrease. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. Okay. So we have all this going for us. As you have open buildings like this, oops, nope, I didn't want to do that. Do I undo that? Actually, do I want to? Yeah, I want to do that. Right, there we go. So spacebar will actually also pause and unpause. But as you can see, families will move into these buildings, and then if there's a building without a family, then people, like a new family, will form and move into there and have children and start new families. So it's always important to have your residential area growing, but be careful that you don't start making more families than you can support, obviously. You can see these are the herbs and berries. Those are berries. These are herbs. So that's why our herbalists will eventually start gathering over here in the woods, the woodisms. And new trees and stuff will start to grow in there as well, so that'll be good. Let's work that. Put 2 people in there for now. So they'll go fishing. That came out of our labor pool, so we're gonna need to keep a close eye on that. And eventually we're going to need to build a school to educate our citizens, because educated citizens work more efficiently. We actually need to prioritize this woodcutter, because you see the sky's getting cold here. They don't have any firewood. Oh, a bunch of potatoes though. Oh wow, we're out of food as well, so we're really going to need to start bringing in fish. So we're actually going to do that. It's summer now, so it's a little late to plant crops, which I probably should have done. Forest Lodge is almost done, so we can almost start gathering firewood. We'll speed this along just a tad bit more. Try to get these buildings constructed. We can get some people in there to start building. Oops, get rid of my... What happened? Oh, we had a few children born. We'll actually leave this event log open down here. Jobs, there we are. So we have 5 of 9 oh, we're running out of laborers. Oh yeah, so we'll just drop down our builders a little bit to make sure that we're getting stuff taken care of. Okay, they're cutting and planting. We're gonna have some of that. We'll drop down the builders 2 more, so we have laborers going. You can see you really gotta manage people well. Oh good, we're starting to bring in fish. You come over here and you can see what they're bringing in. There we are. They've brought in 90 fish so far, which is amazing. We're gonna need that because you see they're already gone, so. These guys will start cutting down trees and restocking our stored logs. And as that increases, once this is built, we'll get a woodcutter in here and he'll start making firewood for our citizens. Because these guys are already cold, they're suffering a bit. Which is never good. Oh, because these guys are being greedy. Yeah, they have 50 firewood and these guys have none. Put one woodcutter on there. Keep on closing that one tab. I'll leave that open. Oh, did we have a citizen grow up? Oh yeah. You see one of our children, I believe once they get to 14? 16? Or 8. Wow. Let me see if I can find Farah. She actually probably lives over here. Once they get to 10, it looks like they join the workforce and can start working. But if there's a school, then they'll go to school instead, and they won't be able to work until they're like 18. So that's a trade-off for schools, but they will work a lot more efficiently. I'll just close that in. You can see we have 11 children and 11 adults, so our population is going to grow very rapidly soon, and we're going to want to make sure that we can support them all. And right now, I'm not entirely convinced we can until we get this done. Let's continue chugging along for now. And these guys will cut down trees and plant them within this circle here. Alright, good. The hunting cabin's done, so we'll put a couple people on there. Oops. That one, this one. Put 2 on there. Firewood is low and we're getting into autumn, which is not good. Not ideal by any means, so we're going to slow things down a bit. Down to 2. Because we don't have nearly enough food or firewood to make it through the fall, or winter for that matter. So we're gonna need people to really buckle down and start working a little harder. I say that as if they're being slackers, it's my poor management of them. Okay, I'm gonna build a road over here. Can we really not build it? Oh. That way they have a little bit of a road to kind of cross, but they'll probably still just cut across this little mountain here. That's okay. Let's get this road to come down here to the. I can't remember what side the entrance was on for that, but we'll have them a little road there. And if you really want to get min-maxy, you can. Of course, firewood is low. It's always going to be low. If you really want to get min-max, you can put houses over here next to your forester and your hunter cabin, so the people who work those places will live there and they don't have to walk so far. But that's a little bit more than I like to go into. I like to just have a nice little housing district here. Give them a little well, just in case of fire. Put there. For now, that should be good though. And actually, I would love to. Oh, we're out of laborers. We need someone to grow up. Oh, I'd close the event log. Yeah, keep on just closing things. Okay, the next child to grow up will be laborers, probably for a little while. You can see we brought in 200 fish and we still don't have any stockpiled, and this is going to dramatically drop off, as well as hunting once we get into the winter. like to clear out this area over here. That way I can start getting farms laid out. Something like that once we have laborers to start doing that. Which actually, what are the builders even working on right now? Ah, the gatherer's hut. I'm actually gonna take one builder off so we have a laborer to move stuff and move the materials as well as build, or not build, but remove the materials like the trees and stuff, which are already removed actually, as well as bring the required materials over. That will hopefully speed up the process a little bit. Oh my god, look at all these deer. If we just hunt that, we'd have so much food. It's fine. Oh, look at that. One of our kids grew up. Okay, so we have 2 laborers now to start doing stuff. And ideally I would like to put our crops and fields over here. I have something like this. It's the biggest field. Looks like we can have a 15 by 15 field. Let's put that down there, just so we have that there. So we'll have our farming agriculture area over here. Eventually, if we survive for that long. It's starting to get really cold, and we have a good amount of firewood stocked up, which actually we might have to, no, there's no more wood to change into firewood, but I don't want to stop the wood production, or the firewood production. Actually, we want to make sure that we always have wood coming in. It's very important. Oh, this guy's going around building the roads. Oops, I forgot they had to actually be built. Who are you? Fermonda. She's a builder and educated. Oh yeah. I'm like, why is she educated already? All your starting citizens are educated by default. But of course as they why'd you change jobs? Interesting. As they have children, those children won't be educated anymore. So it's important to get a school running once your civilization, your little town is sufficient enough. That way you can make sure that, you know, everyone's working at peak efficiency. There's Fermonda. Doing very poorly on food, but it looks like everyone's got a bit of a stockpile in their houses, so we might actually be able to make it through this season. And one of the goals I want to get done next year, over here after winter, is get this market built so all the resources will start being moved into here and they can pull resources from here instead of using the barn and stockpile. Yeah, clothing is another thing to worry about. Because obviously they'll get cold, and if they get too cold while they're out working, they'll just go home because it's too cold and they want to be warm, which is fair. This gatherer's hut's not the most ideal position. As you can see, this is right here probably going to be my limit for the town, so all this can stay productive, and we'll build out this way. Well, minus that actually, because we'll build out this way. Leave that there and over here, and leave that area up here for our lumber industry. Look, we got food coming in and wood. It's a miracle. We have textiles, which would be our clothing, I believe. No medicine store, but I think that's because we don't have our herbalist hut built yet. But I mean, that's fair, we only have the one builder. Oh, there's our first family with no food. Got firewood, but no food. And these have food, but little firewood. See, if only they would just share. Alright, good. We have another kid who grew up, so we can put them as a builder and hopefully get things kind of moving along a little bit better. Hunting cabin's fully stocked. Just gotta build that. What else are they needing to build though? Yeah, the builders should be doing just fine on this. Unless they're also thinking of this. 6, 3, that's a 9. What else did I queue up? Oh, and the well. They're thinking about the well as well. I make myself laugh. You can see our health is going down because our food is struggling a bit, as well as our mix of different foods and whatnot. That's fine. It's near impossible to, you know, start out well, especially in the harder difficulties. On easy mode, you have like a resource cart. Actually, I think you start off with houses and the stockpile barn on easy mode. On medium mode, you just got the barn and stockpile. And on hard mode, you have like a small resource cart worth a few resources and nothing else. You have to build everything from scratch. Oh good, they got food. They immediately ate all their food. That's fine. I don't want to give them too much to do before they're ready. Oops, done with that. Let's give you one gatherer. That's all we can afford without going into our laborer pool, for now at least. And they'll start getting herbs and berries, and the herbs can be used as medicine to help the health and people, you know, be healthier. Are you cutting trees or? Oh, she's building the road. Where are you? McKellen is our builder. Yeah, those roads are slowing us down for sure. That's fine. We're in the middle of winter, so hopefully we'll be pulling out of it soon. Late winter, yep. Good. Looks like we're actually gonna manage to survive winter. Which is a feat in its own. Believe it or not, this game can be very unforgiving. We are only playing on normal mode, so it's not terrible, but it will get rough very quickly. Especially when we start fishing this dry, we'll start getting less and less production out of this guy, so we'll need to rotate him. Unfortunately, this other river doesn't look like it's wide enough to support fishing, but we might get another fisher's hut down here somewhere that we'll just cycle between. We'll start eventually hunting this area dry of animals, so we'll get less production out of there, which is really why we want to get our fields going, because those will be. That tree just fell. Yeah, because the farming is really the only somewhat constant form of food production. Of course, you only have it, you know, one or two harvests a year, so it's not year round. You got a stockpile, but it's better than, you know, over here at the fishing hut. You'll eventually be getting like 12 fish out of it a year, and that's not ideal. There's no way you can live off of that. So we want to get over to that, as well as livestock and whatnot. But I believe, get another chop rope. I believe that we need a trader to trade for seeds and other and livestock. We'll need a trader to trade, which will be placed on this river here. Like a little boat will come down and be like, hey, you want to trade? I'm like, yeah, of course. I'm sorry if I sound a little congested or sniffly. My allergies are really doing a number on me. Actually want to increase the priority on this stuff over here. We want this field to be built. And like I said, I don't know that we have seeds, so it might just be pointless right now. But if we do manage to have any, I guess I keep on saying that I should probably build a trader so that we can get the seeds. I keep on forgetting it's R to rotate. Oh, so close. That'll work. So we'll get working on that over there. And this will eventually be built. We should probably actually build the trader first. Oh, reserve logs is low. That's fine. We'll reach our production limit of firewood soon, so we'll start bringing in a bunch of wood, and that'll be all worked out. But looks like that's been our time for today. But I hope y'all enjoyed this series. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more of this, or if I'll prefer to watch something else. As well as let me know what you thought of the title screen intro thing. I'm trying out something new. I thought that would be nice, but let me know what you think. Hope you enjoyed. This has been Neptune's Rings here with Banished. Bye.